Hello, this is Yankee News. I'm in Barre, Massachusetts at another Trump protest. And don't forget to follow me on all platforms at yankeenews.1776. Thank you. Hello, my name is Nathan. I'm with Yankee News, a social platform. I was wondering if you'd like to do an interview as to why you're out here today.
Who are you with?
I'm Nathan with Yankee News. It's my own personal platform I post on social media. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Very nice.
So I'm just asking protesters as to why they're out here protesting today.
Oh, because somebody needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And are you advocating for families or certain beliefs?
I'm advocating for families and the money that they're trying to take away from everybody who really needs it, just to give to people who don't need it.
Sure. And can you sort of attack the specific moves and administration moves by the presidency that they've been doing that are going against your putting families first?
The tariffs, I think the taking money to give it to millionaires when the working people shouldn't be footing that bill. I don't think that's fair.
Sure. Do you think that we should be having businesses manufacture here more in the United States?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And I think we have to do it smartly, where we're not just all of a sudden overnight, because that's how we just destroy our economy.
Right.
So I think we need to move that direction. I think we've long needed to do that, but we got to do it in the right way.
Sure. Absolutely. I absolutely agree. And do you have anything that you'd like to say out to my platform at all, to any people?
Nope. I think I'm good. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Nice to meet
I
you,
appreciate it.
Nathan.
Nice to meet you too. Hello, I was wondering if you'd like to do an interview? Nope. Okay. No.
I want to see who you were.
Yeah. So.
Camera
point at
shy.
the camera. You're camera shy.
You got go away.
You don't no
Who's
interview.
Yankee News though?
It's my own personal platform. I post on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. So if you wanted to,
Is that a hashtag? American what?
Yankee News. If you wanted
No,
to,
it says underneath something. You gotta give me some time.
I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
What it was is I was growing hot in my bedroom.
Hello, my name's Nathan with Yankee News. I was wondering if you guys would like to do an interview.
No,
No? As to why you guys are out here today protesting?
no, thank you.
No interview? Yeah, I was wondering if you guys would like to do an interview.
Excuse me for just 1 second. The reason I'm staying with you is that we've had people who've come to us who've tried to proselytize us particularly about religious issues. And if that's part of what you're here for, we're not going to discuss religious issues with you. So is that what you're here for?
Absolutely not. I'm not here to discuss religious issues. I'm just here to discuss why you guys are out here today and what your guys' stances are.
When you say discuss, you're trying to find out, or there's a difference between...
A discussion, so like what we're doing now, except about the topics as to why you're out here. So, again, yeah, separation of church and state helps keep America great. I mean, I kind of think that's what you're saying. People come out here to discuss this. Maybe that's because you're signed, but I mean, depends on why people are out here specifically. I would like to discuss
I don't
with
think
them.
we really come here to discuss anything. We're just standing here.
That's true.
Fair
Sure.
enough?
So, yes, I'm the top one. So when you come out here as a protest, what are you guys out here protesting to do? Are you guys to spread awareness, to talk to people, to get your points across? What is exactly you're trying to do?
Well, we're here, and see if anybody agrees or disagrees with me, but we're here to make a statement that we're concerned about democracy and that we love this country, and part of the way we express our love for the Constitution is to make people
Hope
What?
they rape your granddaughter, and he thinks he's a good person for saying that.
I have no idea what. Oh,
We're
so
very concerned that our constitutional rights are being infringed upon. And
Right.
these are very, very scary, dangerous times. And one of the things that we all want to make clear is that we're not just going to sit around and say, oh, isn't it too bad that we're losing our Constitution, our democracy. We're here to let people know that people in small communities
Yes.
and every community, there are people just like us. You probably know that Indivisible, which is what we're part of,
Right.
is part of, there are 1,500 chapters of Indivisible all over the country.
Yeah, I actually travel. I've been traveling all
that's
across
awesome.
Massachusetts. So, like, again, this is what I'm here is to give a platform to you guys.
Great.
To give open political discussion,
Okay.
and I feel as a protester, you're here to spread your opinions, to spread
Yeah.
awareness to what you're talking about.
Right.
I have a platform for you to spread your awareness, and also for someone like me to hear your opinion. Because again, yes, these drive-byers are either yelling stuff at you or
Yeah.
they agree with you. I think it's better to have someone on the ground here talk to you guys have open discussions. Obviously, I don't think everyone in this line agrees with everything you stand for,
No.
so that's what we're here to do.
Okay.
But again, like I'm going down the line here, I'll definitely come to you at some point unless you don't have a discussion now. I'll make my way
Whatever
across
you like,
over there
as
well.
long as you're, I mean, we're a little bit concerned that people are entering our program to try to proselytize us or change. Our ideas are not going to be changing.
Again,
No.
and again, I go to every protest and people say, you're never going to change my mind. I say, I'm not here to do that. I'm here
Good.
again for open discussion, like what we're doing right now.
Good.
Because
Okay.
nowadays in the political climate, you can't really change anyone's opinion off the bat like
true.
this. It's going to
Probably
take
true. And if we feel strongly
years.
enough to be out here every Sunday, and we do a lot of other things in addition to this, we're all pretty passionate and pretty furious that our democracy is being taken away. In particular, right now, what I'm more concerned about than anything in addition to this is the idea of ICE coming in and taking away due process, scaring people, deporting people who have never committed a crime, and disappearing people, perfectly innocent people, just on the basis of their skin color or their accents. And that, to me, that is as close to a Gestapo as anything we have ever come. And it's
I think to compare that to Gestapo in Nazi regime, I think is very far stretch. To compare the two, only because of what happened in the Nazi regime is very far from what we are right now. But also, you did say one thing I want to comment on, which was you said they aren't breaking any laws, yet it is against penal code to cross state lines illegally. And
cross state lines illegally?
Or sorry, to come to the country illegally. And if you do come to the country illegally, and if you're within 100 miles of the border, you can be deported back without due process at all.
That is considered to be a misdemeanor, and the punishment for a misdemeanor like that is that one has to go before a judge, and every person in this country, whether they're a citizen or an immigrant, has the right to due process. And the Gestapo effect is because these people have decided that unless you are, or even if you are a homegrown American, as Trump calls it, even if you are a homegrown American, he does not believe that people are entitled to due process. And if we don't have due process, prisons become concentration camps. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're sending people who have not been before a judge, which is their given right in this society, whether they're citizens or not. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know, can we both agree that Gestapo targeted Jews, correct?
Yes, I'm a Jew.
Right.
So I know all about it.
Absolutely. I'm just making sure you do. So ICE is not targeting a certain ethnic group. There's Australians being deported. There's Canadians being deported.
Absolutely not true.
Absolutely true.
No, it's not true.
So there have been.
ICE is they even admitted that they go after people of color, people who have accents, people who are trying to get a day job at Home Depot. So I don't think you are. You know, the people from Australia or South Africa, those are all white immigrants that have been chosen particularly by hand and welcomed to America because they are white. And we've really had it. Racism is at the basis of just about everything that we see going wrong in this country. And we're just sick to death of being...
Racism is huge now. It's huge.
Really,
I mean,
we've never really come
and
to
hate.
terms with racism.
And hate.
That's right.
Like, can we just get rid of hate? Why does everyone have to be so mad? You saw that guy drive by. He said, I hope they rape your granddaughter.
Yeah, I mean, I think to drive by and say something like that.
Say that.
I didn't clearly hear it, but I mean, if that's what he said, I think that's obviously very disgusting. And I do see, obviously, people are going to yell by and say heinous things to you. Obviously, I don't agree with those things, but I don't think the majority of Americans are as hateful as that, or the racist issue you guys are talking about, I don't think is in a mass amount.
1% that voted for Trump are like that.
But
So are you saying all Americans that voted for Trump?
No, I am not. But I am saying that they don't understand or don't realize or they haven't done enough research to realize that they voted for someone who deliberately is destroying our democracy every single day. You can count every day. What is the new attack on democracy du jour? And but I have to say I'm mad. But I'm mad at anger, I'm mad at cruelty, I'm mad at injustice, I'm mad at raping underage women and covering it up. So, I'm mad about those things, but I would certainly not take away anybody's right to say what they want to say. But I think that our rights to say what we want to say are being taken away. There have been plenty of young people.
Have you guys been targeted here for your freedom of speech?
Only insofar as people going by, and also on the local Facebook page. We've been called lunatics. We've been called communists. We've been accused of taking money from George Soros to be here.
But you're right. Your First Amendment rights aren't being infringed.
Oh, I disagree completely.
How are they being infringed?
Well, because to attack someone simply for stating their position is an infringement, I believe. It doesn't mean I can't speak, but it certainly creates an environment where people do not feel that they have a right to discuss. And beyond that, the young man, for example, who had the temerity, quote unquote, to speak about his concerns about Palestinians being slaughtered and starved to death, and then he gets put into, he's got a green card, he's put into a prison in first Louisiana and then Vermont. I mean,
what man are you specifically talking
I'm talking about? I can't remember exactly his name, but in Burlington, Vermont, he was he went to Columbia University. He spoke at Columbia about his political point of view. It's not that he's anti-Israel, it's that he excuses Israel, saying that, he's not going to excuse Israel, saying that it's okay for millions, literally, people in Gaza to be starved to death, and also a lot of those, huge percentage of those, are children.
Yeah, and I 100% agree with you there. I think what's happening in the Middle East is a very, very disgusting conflict.
It is, and you know something, our tax dollars are going directly to Israel to fund that, and in my opinion, that's a genocide.
Unfortunately, yeah, our taxpayer dollars should not be going to a foreign nation, what's going on in this scenario. They have a blank check for Israel to hand over, which is completely wrong.
Right, I agree with you. So anyway, I did not come here to debate. I feel like I've said enough to you that you know my position.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
I definitely want to come back to you as well, because I'm curious as to how organizers organize this, who helps you, what kind of behind the scenes stuff is going on, because I go to many of the protests and I see a lot of.
I'm still not 100% convinced that you don't have an agenda. I get the feeling that you do have an agenda, and I don't feel very happy about your coming to us with. Would you tell me what your agenda is?
Again, like I said before many times, is civil discourse and an open discussion. We might not have the same political views like everyone here does. Like I said, not everyone here agrees with what you stand for. But again, my agenda here is political discussion, open discussion, just to hear everyone's point of views.
Okay. I want our people to be able to come here and not feel like they have to explain or defend themselves. That's not what we're doing here. We're just making a statement.
Yeah, sure. And I'm not forcing any conversation. You didn't have to say a single word to me if you don't want to. I definitely want to speak to you. You sound like you're very outspoken. I'm excited to speak to you. But you don't have to speak to me if you don't want to. But yeah.
No, that's fine. I just don't. I want to protect our group from being basically verbally assaulted by people who think that they're going to sell us on some viewpoint that is not going to be, it's not sellable to us.
Again, I have the same freedom of speech as you guys, and again, I'm not forcing any conversation. So everything you said is said by you. I'm not manipulating anything you guys say.
Well, I'll be very interested to see. So where could I find out how to see what you're reporting? Do I go on Instagram? Do I go on?
Yeah, like I said, it's Yankee News. I could show it to you my platform afterwards. I post the full discussion on YouTube. There's no cuts in the sense of you say one thing and I cut it and it makes you seem like you said something else. I don't do that kind of work.
All right. Well, I'll be very interested to see what you're
I'm excited for you to watch it.
Thank you.
Yep. Excuse me, I was wondering if you guys would like to do an interview as to what you think about these people protesting the Trump administration out here.
Okay. Yeah. What is this for?
My platform is Yankee News. I post on social media and I go to protests and I interview protesters as to why they're out there. So I just want to get a secondhand opinion here as to people, bystanders watching these people protest and what you guys think.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely 100% support of it.
Yeah.
I think people have the right to voice their opinions, and I think it's good to get a message out there that you believe in.
Sure. Awesome.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks.
Hello, I was wondering if you'd like to do an interview as to why you're out here protesting today.
Yankee News.
Yankee News, yeah. I post on social media.
So, are you on the progressive side or are you on the fascist side?
I'm a Republican, not a fascist.
Well, anybody who has an R next to their names right now are supporting fascism. So you are supporting fascism.
What has this administration done that's fascist?
Oh my God, what haven't they? They're lawless, completely lawless. He thinks he is a monarch, a king, a Mussolini, a Hitler. Whatever
You're comparing Donald Trump to Hitler, the guy who killed millions of Jews. You're comparing him to Hitler.
He hasn't done that yet, but he's working on it, sending people away without any due process, sending them to prison, innocent people. They're not all immigrants. There are citizens that are getting and building these concentration camps. I mean, Jesus Christ, you don't think that's Hitler-esque?
Are you comparing are you talking about Alligator Alcatraz?
And this planned, what the fuck is it called?
CCOT in El Salvador?
That's El Salvador, but that's Trump's brother. You know, do you ever wonder why he loves Putin and he loves the King of Saudi Arabia and all these fascists, Netanyahu? These people are tyrants. They are all fascists. They're one-man rule, just about.
So you're saying
democracies.
You're saying Alligator Alcatraz is a camp, yet the Biden administration and the Obama administration had immigrants sleeping on floors with blankets, which is far worse than Alligator Alcatraz.
You think so?
Absolutely. They have beds in Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, what luxury! Oh my God, they have beds.
So do you think we should put them in?
Humane of them. Oh God, the Republicans. They're trying. They cheat. They do nothing but cheat. All the R's. They cheat.
So you're saying a bed is worse?
They're afraid of democracy because they lose.
A bed is worse. A bed is worse than sleeping on the floor.
Why do you keep going back to some people?
Because that was happening before.
That sucked, yes, and the whole child separation thing, which Trump now has proclaimed it. He's proud of it.
If you get arrested with your dog here,
inhumane.
If a U.S. citizen gets arrested with their child, they're separated as well.
Yes.
Right. So
it's
how?
terrible.
Right. So again, these families are being deported together.
Sometimes they're being deported to fucking South Sudan. You know, they had no connection to South Sudan. 8 people from Philippines getting sent to South Sudan or to Libya, which is it's not even a nation.
They've
been warring amongst themselves for years.
Some people do get deported and their own country won't accept them back for previous crimes that they've committed in their home country. That does happen. That's why many are being sent to CCOT.
If they have committed crimes in this country, they go to trial and they get convicted and they go to jail here. That's how it works. You just don't put a mask on like a bunch of Gestapo and cowards, cover your identity and scoop up people because they're people of color because they might just be here illegally. It's a fucking misdemeanor. It's a civilian goddamn offense. It's not a capital crime.
If you're deported within 100...
Some of these people have died.
So again, if you're deported within 100 miles of the border, you don't get due process. You're instantly deported back across the border line. So there's certain scenarios where due process isn't even implemented at all. And again, if you want to talk about people dying, obviously there's people who are forcing themselves not to eat or drink inside these facilities as a form of protest. Yet again, they're not here legally in this country, so that is sort of them doing that to themselves. And we have a mass issue here where there's mass amounts of illegal immigrants here. We can't even house all of them. We can't even keep them all in one facility. We have to send them everywhere. That's where places like Alligator Alcatraz are being built.
Let me ask you a question. About a year ago, one of the leaders of the Republican Party in the Senate came to an agreement with the Democrats for a comprehensive immigration bill. That bill was not very friendly to Democratic positions, but nonetheless they were willing to compromise. It was actually kind of draconian, but yet the Republicans, at the orders of the king, ordered them to reject it so he could run on the immigrants, the caravans. They're all coming to eat us up. Oh, be afraid. All you people be afraid. Only I can save you, which is what he says. Only I can fix it.
Right.
He's
So
did you know that he's a sociopath clinically? He's
So
a
you're
fucking
talking about the bill that was
he
trying to be
doesn't feel
passed under the
empathy.
Biden
That's
administration,
why he
correct?
can order ICE
So that
to
bill
go
was actually
without
sending
any humanity.
millions and billions to Ukraine, billions to Israel. That bill had factors in it that weren't even for
No,
the border at all.
not
It was
true.
called the border bill, yet it had money going to Ukraine.
You know how much
It had money going to
misinformation,
Israel.
Right-wing media gives you. I hope at least you Yankee news people are not like Fox News and Newsmax. They're propaganda organs. They literally lie. That's why they were sued and successfully for $750 billion would it be. Fox News.
What about Trump's
For
lawsuit? He
election
won.
lies. The damn election was never stolen.
What about
Everybody
Donald?
knows it.
What about Donald Trump's his money he's won against ABC for suing them against for defamation?
He's shaking down everybody. He's shaking down the corporations because using that's called abuse of power. He's threatening them with sanctions, or we're going to withhold your government grants and everything unless you give us what we want. We don't want you to admit people of color into your universities. We don't want your students
that happening?
to protest against fucking Israel's genocide against the Palestinian people.
Where are they trying
And
not
if you
to?
don't, we are going to shake you down. Columbia University, Brown University.
I'm asking
Harvard
where
University.
are they denying colored people from going to university?
That's what they're trying to do with the DEI shit. He's trying to codify it around the whole country and in the federal government. And these are private universities. What the hell is he doing messing around you?
They accept federal funding.
You don't want government in our lives.
They accept federal funding.
He is smothering us.
So you do understand that Martin Luther King said not to be judged by the color of your skin, but the content of your
That's
character.
one of the favorite.
So
They
why
say
should you hire somebody
that
for
is
being
such
simply
bullshit.
being
You take
a
Martin
diverse?
Luther King's expression, which is so heartfelt and profound, and you twist it into supporting inhuman, anti-labor, anti-union, anti-poor people, anti-poor people of color, and to justify your inhuman policy choices.
So I would think Martin Luther King's teachings would go against DEI, and I also think if you look at Malcolm X, Malcolm X said the biggest threat to the black community is the Democrats. He said the
Malcolm
liberals.
X, don't bring Malcolm X into it. He was a great man, and that's not. And I agree with him.
Yeah.
Democrats are capitalist parties. They take money from big corporations, just like the Republicans do. And until Clinton came around, they were truly the party of the people, the Democratic Party.
Bill
But
Clinton was
came
big
in,
on.
and he started taking money. He and Hillary started taking money from the corporations, and that's been the beginning of the merging of these two parties as just one party. That's what Malcolm X was talking about. We need parties like the Green Party or Social Democratic Party that is truly progressive and that wants to share the wealth and not have 5 billionaires have equal wealth to half the country. How obscene is that? Do you find that obscene?
Sure, I think corporations shouldn't have the
Well, why
power.
don't you change it and get rid of your Republican leanings? By Christ.
I think Republicans and Libertarians are more likely to do something like that than the Democratic fuel that continues
You're in
to.
power now. You have total power. Republican Party has total power.
So
And what are they doing? They're not doing any of those things. They just passed the greatest fucking tax
Tariffs are
cut,
hurting the
biggest
corporations.
tax cut for billionaires and his cronies.
You know that almost every single tax bracket got a tax break in that bill.
Yeah.
I have a tax break from it.
Yeah, I do too. $10
So we're-
$10 a year. You know how much Trump is getting from that tax cut? Probably hundreds of millions.
Well, he's not accepting any of his paychecks
that's
from the presidency.
bullshit.
He donates every single one, and he did it in his last administration as
How
well.
can you believe a single word out of that bloviator's mouth? He's a pathological liar.
So he's
How
actually-
naive are you? Are you really that? You seem like a smart young man. You're stupid. You're really stupid if you believe one word that comes out of that man's mouth.
I would like to continue the conversation if you'd be respectful, please. I'm
I
trying
have been
to.
talking to you for 20 minutes. No, I'm not going to be.
You just called me
respectful.
stupid. I think
Yes,
that's
you
rude.
are. If you believe anything, anybody who believes a word of what Donald Trump says is an idiot. So you are telling me you believe him. You're an idiot.
Well, I believe the
Sorry.
facts. I believe the facts. Like the facts from the bill, like I just said, us getting
What a
tax
lie.
breaks.
What's the definition of a lie?
Saying something that's
the
not the
opposite
truth.
of a fact, right? You tell me what's factual, and I will debunk it for you.
Okay, I'll say one thing. Okay, so Donald Trump has a tax cut in every single, almost every tax bracket in this new bill. Can you name me one lie by Donald Trump?
That the tax cut is the greatest thing for this country, and it's not. This has been tried many times. You cut taxes for wealthy people, and you give the crumbs to the people, the workers, and by doing that, it'll trickle down. Goes back to Reagan.
And it worked in Reagan. Under Reagan,
he raised
households.
taxes in 1984 because it was failing. You dope.
So how come households after his Reagan economics were saving more money? And even in the first Trump administration, households had more money in their savings than they did under other administrations.
I don't believe that.
That's a fact. I can give you the sources afterwards
yeah.
at the
What
White
is the
House,
source?
whitehouse.gov.
Whitehouse.gov. Under Trump, he
happened under Trump.
just fired the statistician, okay, on labor statistics. Why did he do that?
I haven't looked into that. I haven't even heard about that.
You didn't know about that. It was just last week. He fired her. She'd been in the government for years. Totally.
Wait, is this the same one that was under Biden? She was under Biden as well, right?
Yeah.
When they skewed numbers saying that jobs actually went up and that was completely false.
That's bullshit. See, you watch. Where do you get your news?
All sides of the aisle, actually.
Tell me where you get your fucking news.
So I get news from all sides of the aisle when it comes to mainstream news, and I also get my sources from government sources that show you statistics, that show you CDC, that show you job statistics, that show you the economic growth, that show you stocks as well. I get my sources from all sides of the aisle. Where do you get your sources from?
I get it from a series of, from mainstream legacy media, New York Times, Washington Post, etc. But I also go to more progressive, Mother Jones and places like that.
What's Mother Jones?
I watched Fox News for 5 minutes and I started puking. I mean, it's so obvious, the lies. I mean, it's an organ that's strictly for Donald Trump.
How do you feel about the mainstream news always lying about Donald Trump? Like ABC, like CNN, MSNBC, or MSDNC, I like to call it now.
Oh yeah, Trump loves it. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, MSD.
Okay, well, I hope you have a fantastic day, sir.
MSNBC is biased, I give you that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they don't lie.
They don't lie at all.
They're based on facts. And so is, and they have sources, they have journalistic standards. That's something that Donald Trump doesn't even understand. Doesn't even understand what journalism is.
So people lying that his campaign colluded with Russia.
He's trying to intimidate lawyers. He's intimidating journalism. He's intimidating the working class. He's going step by step the fascist authoritarian direction. And he's been tutored on that by the best of them. Vladimir Putin, the guy in Hungary.
Vladimir Putin actually endorsed Kamala Harris when she ran against Donald Trump.
What?
Vladimir Putin endorsed Kamala Harris.
Oh, for God's sake.
And David Duke actually endorsed Joe Biden as well in his second election before he dropped down.
Your head is so full with bullshit. It's just so bullshit. There's proof that Putin and the Russians, he used to be a KGB officer.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know how they're trained to manipulate people? You know whom just might be the most manipulatable person on the planet? Donald J. Trump. He needs to be loved. That's all.
I think he's the most hated guy ever, so I don't think he cares about being loved.
He is such a narcissist. His ego needs to consume this whole country, maybe the whole world, because he's never satisfied. His ego cannot be satisfied. And Vladimir Putin did interfere in the 2016 election.
Yes.
It's proven the Republican Senate did an investigation. They have the report, so you get your information from White House.
Whitehouse.gov for those specific sites I quoted. But if you look at
Senate.gov and look up that, you can see that.
The Mueller report? The Mueller report, which
not
found
the
that there was
Mueller
no,
report.
I'm talking about Russian interference.
Mueller report also proved through evidence and all their documents and their witnesses that they spoke to, like a true investigation, and they found that Russia interfered. And there
Yes,
was,
but the
in
mainstream-
fact, some collusion with the Trumps. Did you know
That's not true at all.
Jr.?
So how come Mueller said in the report that there's no correlation to the Trump campaign and Russia, yet the mainstream news outlets pushed that he was working with
Those are
them?
semantics. Donald
It's the
Trump
truth.
Jr., Eric, Manafort, his campaign manager, met with a top Russian in Trump Tower. Trump's office one story below, and they met with him. We don't know what they spoke of. There's no tape recordings of it but it's definitely recorded that they met.
But the Mueller report contradicts that.
3 months.
The Mueller
before.
report contradicts that the campaign
No,
worked with Russia. He stated directly in the report.
There's evidence that they did, but they can't prove it because we don't know what they said to each other up there. Do you know that Manafort went to, or somebody, I think it was Manafort, went to Europe and he handed over a Russian agent all of their Republicans' internal polling of the states that are borderline states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, the states that gave him the election, which is the Electoral College, which of course is very undemocratic. You wouldn't have any power right now if this country was truly democratic, had a system like the Senate, which gives Wyoming 2 senators who have 500,000 people, the size of Boston, 2 senators, to California that has 43 million. How democratic? Gerrymandering. What's Texas doing now?
Pure
Get outta here,
democracy.
you
Okay,
idiot.
you're done already.
Like one of these.
Absolutely. What is this?
It's a pamphlet that explains who we are and what we do.
Gerrymander, cheat.
Pure democracies implode.
Huh?
Pure democracies implode.
Pure democracy. We're far from it.
Yeah, we don't
You're-
care
you're-
about that.
You're advocating against the Electoral College, yet it actually gives voices to places that don't have a
This young
voice.
man obviously has an agenda.
Where's Mom? I hope God blesses you as well, sir. You have a fantastic day. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, she's over there. Yeah. All right, I just finished the protest in Bar, Massachusetts. As you can see, there were many nice people. There were some people who were rather rude, but I mean, that's what you find at some of these sometimes. But again, if you'd like to support me and my channel, I have a link in my bio that has all my other platforms where I post as well. And if you could like and subscribe for the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.